Yeah. So I hope everybody can hear me now. Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. Yeah, let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. I want to know. Okay. So yes, I just want one response or one or two response. Oh, great. Okay. So welcome. I'm gonna give an introduction to this, and then we can start. Okay. So welcome back to Study Destination. Today is a special day for us because we have decided to start our journey for the next year as early as possible. The idea here is to prepare those who want to study abroad in the coming year to know what to do, how the study abroad journey is about, and the documents they need, and then the motivation they need in order to start. Over the years, we realize that a lot of people have misconception and they have little knowledge when it comes to um, preparing themselves for study abroad. Okay, so this has necessitated a form of mentorship. Having have the experience in Europe and also in America, and have done a lot of application. I've been mentoring a lot of people, and we want to bring that to the public space to help as many as are willing to partake in this journey. So what we are doing here is to bring you some experts or some of our colleagues who have done it over the years to come and then share with you and then give you some form of inspiration towards this journey. I know it is not easy, but it's always worth it. And that's the reason why we are here, to inspire you and to guide you what to do as we gear towards the incoming year. The reason why we have to start early is that there is a lot of visa struggle all over the countries, and it's really difficult for us to get visas, and also the processing may take a long time, and this requires us for to start early. So once you have the knowledge and then you have the idea of what to do, it helps you to go ahead and plan for your application very well. So we are going to start today. Before I will be giving some preliminary remarks and introduction into the study abroad journey, and as well as invite some of my colleagues to also share some ideas with you, and also will give you the opportunities to ask questions. So even though you are watching on YouTube, you can, if you want to come to the room and ask your question, you can. And if you also want to ask your question in the chat, you can ask. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. So be rest assured that you are going to be heard, and any question that's bothering you, we are going to try as much as possible to address them. We'll be doing this for the next 2 months, and we hope that by the next 2 months we will be able to put you at a place or at a level that you really understand what you are going to do, so that when the window of application start, you'll be able to do justice and do it with little struggles. Okay, so with few with less struggle. So right now I want to introduce some of our colleagues here to you, so that yeah they will share some few words with you. So the first person I want to introduce will be Dr. Edmon Obo. Yeah, so Dr. Obo, welcome to Study Destination. um, you want to share with us about yourself, um, who you are, your previous studies in Ghana, and then in the United States, and currently what you are doing. So, Mr. Obo, or Dr. Obo, welcome to Study Destination. Yeah.
I mean, the Mister is fine. I mean, which is fine. Yeah. So my name is Edmon Obu. Yeah. So Moses is my my colleague back in UCC. We're in the same class. Actually, someone introduced me to Moses Mayono the day I reached to Kwame Nkrumah Hall. I think the person is like, "Hey, I know this guy who is in BSc chemistry class." I'm like, "Okay." And since then, we've been friends, and now we are more than brothers. So after that, I was a teaching
Please,
assistant.
can you hear from him?
Can you hear me? Let me know if
I
you
want
can.
you to write in the chat if you can hear. It seems I'm having some few struggle. Please write in the comment section. Okay. So I think I'm the one who is not hearing. So please, you can continue. I have to fix my microphone and then maybe.
Okay, so after being teaching assistant, I think I started in September 2020, 2017. Then around 2000 and around April 2018, I got admission to St. Louis University to do my PhD. But before then, I've been applying. I applied more than 20 schools around the world, and one of the biggest motivation for me to do this application is the one that is hosting this program, Moses Mayono. He's like, bro, don't be silly. How can you be sitting there with this class and then you want to go to school abroad and you are just sitting there? You have to keep applying. I'm like, bro, I've done everything. I don't get a funding. He's like, bro, no, there is no excuse. You have to keep doing it. Until I got admission, came here and then I didn't even tell him. That's another story for another day. I got here, then I told him that I'm in America, which is kind of silly. Yeah, so I did my PhD from July 2018, and then I completed in May 2023 as a organic chemist, medicinal chemistry to be precise. Before that, I got a position as a postdoc fellow at Emory University to work with Dr. Lira. Then I did 1.5 years, and then God being so good, God has been the main reason, the main factor, the X factor in everything that I'm doing. So please don't take away God in your life. And then right now I'm working for Thermo Fisher as a scientist 3, process development chemist. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope you added that you are married.
Oh yeah! Oh come on! Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
don't
So
worry my
he's
audience.
married to an American, and then yeah. So that's the good news. So you see, studying abroad could change your destiny within a space of I think 6 years, right?
Yeah,
Yes. And
pictures.
so yeah, that's one of the good opportunities. Okay. So currently I think we have Kingsley who is ready here. I want to bring Kingsley on stage. Yeah, so Kingsley, you're welcome. Can you
Yeah,
introduce yourself and then tell us about your background and what you're currently doing in the United States?
all right. Thank you, Moses, for this opportunity. Excuse me for my voice.
Don't worry, we're okay.
Okay, so Study Destination viewers, I greet you all. And then my name is Kingsley Ano Isidu. That's my full name. And I knew Moses from UCC, but then he was my senior. And then I also we met in a company called Entrance Pharmaceuticals. It's a company that is owned by Tobinco. So it's a pharmaceutical industry. So during my internship, that was when I met Moses Mayono in the chemistry lab. That's when I was doing my internship. So fast forward, we kept in touch and all that. And when I was done with school, Moses was the one that put the question to me. are you going to study abroad? Are you going to study abroad? So yeah. So after school, I completed UCC, University of Choice, the best university in Ghana, and I was in industrial chemistry. I read my BSc program in industrial chemistry from 2015 to 2019. Yeah, so I completed in 2019. And then fast forward, I was a teaching assistant for the university from 2019 to 2020 under the professorship of Professor Samuel Tulashi. Those in UCC might know him. So then I had a gap year for 3 years. I didn't take the study abroad seriously. So because I knew I was going to work in entrance. Yeah. So I went to work in entrance as a pharmaceutical laboratory analyst for 3 years. So it was during that period that I think the third year that Moses proved the question to me for study abroad and what am I doing with my second class upper. Yeah, so then I started working on it and I started applying to schools. He helped me with my CV. He mentored me. And also there's another mentor also who is called Moses who also helped me. So there were two mentors that helped me. And I applied to 10 schools and God being so good, I got a school in North Carolina called North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, in short, NCAT. So I'm studying or I'm having my PhD studies in applied science and technology with my concentration in chemistry. So then my background is in catalysis and then inorganic chemistry. So that is what I'm doing. And my professor is Dr. Aquila Devasish. So then currently I'm done with my first year. We are in our summer break. So I'm having my summer research activities. And so last week I just told Moses Mayono I passed my qualifying exams, my PhD qualifying exams, which was very rigorous.
Congratulations to him. You want to write him a congratulations message, yeah, in the comment section. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I'm in North Carolina, specifically Greensboro, NCAT. That is my school. So that is about me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kingsley. We are happy to have you here, and congratulations on writing and passing your exams. Thank you so much. So we want to hear from our next speaker. He will introduce himself and then tell us about where he's coming from, his studies, and what you are doing. I, in a way, didn't know that I'm becoming biased in the selection of my panelists for today, but I promise that next week it's going to be more diverse. But I'm going to tell you that it's not going to be biased because they are going to share the experience that will be more like, it will be broad and everybody's going to benefit, whether you are coming from humanities or maybe engineering or whatever field. You're going to benefit. It's not only for chemistry. So bear with me. It's just coincident that all those I have here are just scientists and, for that matter, chemistry. So you're welcome. Can you help us with your introduction and background? Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for this space and the opportunity. I want to use the opportunity to say hello to Senior Edmond. I'm being ungrateful, but I'll come to your DMs very soon. Yeah. He's a senior colleague and an alumni of my university, St. Louis University in Missouri. Yeah. So my name is Jeremiah Mayonu, and I'm happy and proud to mention that Moses is my brother. So he's been a big inspiration from day one. Yeah. Initially, the plan was to go to medical school. So right from, I remember my conversation with him whilst I was still in high school. He talked about SAT and other stuff, other opportunities that were available that I could tap in. I remember writing my third WASI after I'd even gained admission to the university because I still wanted to do medicine. But God has a way for everybody. So all these plans did not see light of day. Fast forward, I had my BSc in biochemistry from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And then in 2024, somewhere October, I think October 11th or so, I had admission to St. Louis University. But then I think after my BSc, I worked as a teacher during my national service day. So I actually went to the classroom to teach. Yeah, it was a basic school, so I went to teach. And then now I'm doing PhD in chemistry, St. Louis University, in biophysical chemistry. Yeah. So this is the little I can share for now. The application journey, as for that one, I know we are now coming to share, has been a very tough one. Mine rather has been a seemingly very diverse, because I'd had to transition from even choice of program and the methods that I used in application. I mean, is a lot. So I'm sure that as time goes on, I would have the opportunity to share every bit of the story. And I want to encourage you to stay tuned. One thing that I would want to give you, this is a spoiler. If you want to be under the mentorship of Mr. Moses, you would think at first that he's being harsh on you. That is the truth. There is no mercy for the cripple here. He will be very harsh on you. He will tell you to the face. But if you follow it well, at the end, you will be happy. Like, and at the end of the day, trust me, you are reaping all the benefits when you come to the US here. It's not just the US, but when you have the opportunity to study in your dream country or your dream program, you would always be grateful, and then you'll be happy that you submitted yourself to this course. Yeah, so thank you very much, and I
Yeah,
look forward to
thank you.
talking to you more.
Yeah, thank you so much for getting all the, I mean, giving us part of your time. We want to appreciate all of you. So what I'm going to do is to put you um, backstage, and then I'll do the intro and then bring you back for questions. Okay. So
Okay.
all of you here, what you want to do one more time is to pick up the link and then share on other platform, help others to join, and then we will now start. Okay, so first of all, I'll give you some introductions, okay, and then tell you about how the journey looked like. Some of you here are on, you've tried it last year and you are here again, which is very good. Okay, it's a good opportunity to learn more. Okay, yeah. So let me say that, what is study abroad? Okay, so studying abroad is an opportunity to have a taste of education outside your jurisdiction. And in most cases, because you are not in that country, it's a little bit difficult for you to have a full glimpse of how the application look like. For example, if you are in Ghana, you, before you finish your high school, you already have a brother or a sister who is into maybe the tertiary level, or you have been invited by some other maybe alumni in your school to introduce you onto what to do. For example, if you those in the United States, they have a course in most of their bachelors which trains them to apply for school abroad, and also those who wants to maybe even um, crafting of CV, they have a course that will even add up to some of the credit points that you are going to do. Okay, so this tells us that a lot goes on into studying abroad, and because it's not your current what, it's not your country, you may not know. And for example, like I'm telling you, even in the United States, which is their country, there are so many of them. Okay, the schools that give a particular course, maybe one credit course, they give this to students who are interested to study in what, abroad. Okay, so it's a rigorous process because it's not your country. And for that matter, it's sometimes good when you have somebody who is guiding you, somebody who is telling you what to do and what not to do. Yes, so it's really important because it's not your country and that's not where you schooled, and for that matter, you need what? Guidance. But where do those who guide you get this information from? Yes, first of all, some of them have gotten the opportunity to study abroad, like some of us have done. Okay, that's how they got the opportunity. But it's normally not the case. It's not always the case that the people will have to study abroad before they get the opportunity. For example, in before 2019, I have gathered the experience and I was even helping other people in their application, especially in China, okay, studying in China, because only in 2018, in United Kingdom, I got about 24 admissions alone. So it tells you that you can garner all the or most of the knowledge that you need in order to excel in graduate school application or school application without necessarily coming or being outside. Okay. Another example is one of my students or my mentees that I will soon bring on board. His name is Wisdom. He is currently in Ghana, but on my page, he's the one who is helping me doing all the tedious work, especially when it comes to reviewing of CV. And all of you will ask that, okay, where is Wisdom right now? Wisdom is in Ghana. He's gotten admission to study in the United States, and he's currently preparing other students even in Ghana. So he has not traveled, he has not been here, but he has what it takes to what? To prepare students even whilst he's in Ghana. Okay, so what does it tell you? It tells you that you can get the knowledge even whilst you are in Ghana and you were able to do a good application. The only thing is that you need to apply yourself to whatever we are doing and you will get the knowledge. So you do not need to travel before you get the knowledge. That is the first thing that I want everybody who is hearing me to have it. And from now onwards, there are some things that you need to write. Okay. So in as much as, like I said in one of my introduction, that in the United States, some of the students or some of the professors or some department, they have this as a course that they teach the students and they earn credit out of it, which is in their CV. This is telling you that you need to be writing and excel in this thing, have this knowledge. And this knowledge will help you because you are going to also help your friends, help your family members, and also help your children. Okay, so please and please again, you need to start writing. You need to have an exercise book. If you are not somebody who is digitally oriented, have an exercise book and write some of the points that I'm going to give you now, or we are going to be sharing with you, because it's like a course. Imagine this is what I always tell people. Imagine the course you did very well during your studies. What are the efforts you put in order to excel very well? I could see that maybe you did a lot in order to what? To excel. So in this case, if you want to excel very, very well in this application journey, it means that you don't have to take it for granted. You need to put a pen and a paper down and then write them. Now, when you come to various parts of our world, okay, there are some people who have also excelled very well, if not very well. Even I will say that there are some people who are using this as a business. Why? Because they have the knowledge and they have the skill in doing this application and they are using it as a business. I do not want to even blame any of them because knowledge is power and knowledge is wealth. So if you have the knowledge, you can make money out of it. even though I could also be in the same business to make money out of this, to milk out of this, I think that in 2018 I started, and this is, I'm telling you, part of my journey. So as I started, to some extent, I realized that some of the people who were even getting, I was working with, they didn't have that money. Especially looking at Ghana and some backgrounds, you realize that people do not have money, especially for these services. Okay, so I asked myself, somebody coming from such a background, if God has given me this opportunity or this knowledge, or let me say this passion to learn and understand this skill, why don't I do it freely for others? Please, are you getting where the passion is coming from? Okay. I want you to write in the comment section if you are following the narrative. Okay. So this is today will be a background introduction, and then from every week we will come here and come and learn. You may think that we are joking, but before we finish this 2 months, we did every week, you will see that you have gained an insight to it, which is going to help you to what? Get in and then work very well. Okay. So I decided that no, I'm not going to take this as a business, even though I fully support those who are doing it as business, because what I have come to realize is that, especially human beings, we don't need free things. If I'm lying, maybe you can write in the comment section that maybe I'm lying. We will realize that we don't need free things, and also we don't attach seriousness into things that are free. Okay. Yes, that's my personal experience. I've come to realize that people don't want free things. So I mean, if people would take you some money and then teach you for you to get your dream, yes, that is fine. So that is it. So that's one of the things that I think that maybe the reason why people should take money. So I fully agree with those who are taking some money. It's only that the money should not be too much. Okay, people can make money out of this business. Okay, but it shouldn't be too much. Like, I know people are charging so much that for me, I don't agree to it. But they should take you some money. But for me and the people that we have gathered here, the main idea here is to empower people. And so I don't want any money from you, and we don't want any money from you. Well, I have a plan to empower people, and sometimes it demands money. So I'm trying to come out with some form of maybe an foundation. So maybe those who want to contribute, those who have benefited from us and they want to contribute, will contribute, and then pay some people who are struggling, especially to enter into the tertiary institution. Okay, that's what some time to come, maybe I'm trying to bring on board. But no, I don't. In this mentorship program, we don't need money. So what is needed? What you need in this journey? Okay, so now I'm starting the real deal. What you need in this journey is one, dedication. You need to dedicate yourself to this. Why do you need dedication? Please, this one, it can change your life, it can change your destiny, and can change your national identity. This little thing that you may be thinking of, oh, why do I need to do this? Okay, it can change it. It can, and you cannot buy American passport. You cannot buy a German passport, even though they have something which is coming up, which is the American card. You cannot buy them just like that. Okay. And if you have to even buy, you may not get the money to buy. Some of us may not get the money. So you need to be very determined. So put that at the back of your mind. Secondly, you need to dedicate time. Please, all of you here some of you are bosses, some of you are doctors here, some of you are you have managers here, some of you are doing very well. But you need to dedicate your time. Especially those of you looking for PhD, those of you qualify for PhD. You see, sometimes it's not just about putting in the application, but it's about contacting some people. And if somebody picks your document, it's really difficult. So those who take your money, look at it. Mostly it's only masters that they can do it for you and not PhD. So let's have it at the back of your mind. And so you need to dedicate time for this. Secondly, let me tackle on the time. It's not so many hours in a day. No. Per my experience, this thing can be a little bit frustrating when you want to have all the time and do it. So it's just 1 hour in a day or 2 hours in a day, then you dedicate to some of these things. You don't need the whole day. If you like, those of you who are working, take 1 week off your leave and say that you are coming to do maybe graduate school application. You realize that at the end of the 1 week, you have done nothing because you'll be tired and you'll be frustrated. All you need is maybe 1 hour in a day or 1 hour every 2 days. That's all. But if you think you are busy, then you are not here because this is a life-changing opportunity. Secondly, you need resources. Yes. Like in Ghana, when you are going for school tertiary institution, you need to buy some application fee form, and then so likewise in different countries they take that, especially in the United States. Some are free, some too you can write for them to what do you call it, maybe waive you, but you need an application fee for some of them, at least in an intake not less than 5. Okay, so you need to budget. And sometimes I share this and I wish that I can help a lot of the young ones, especially those who are not working in Ghana. Yeah, I wish that maybe a time will come we can gather something to help people in that people who are willing to come into this space. Okay, so even though it's an ambition, but as of now, we don't have the resources. So what I want you to have at the back of your mind is that you need to prepare, budget some money for it. This money can never and ever be compared to the benefits that you derive when you come here. So first of all, you also need budget. So budget for it. Okay. So now I'll come to maybe the application process. Okay. We are not looking at the United States alone. Okay. But I'll tell you why we focus on the United States. So how is the study abroad journey? So first of all, once you want to study abroad, the first thing you have to ask yourself is that, why do I need to study abroad? Okay, first thing, why do I need to study abroad? Now, some people have it like they want to you want to just upgrade themselves. Okay, they want to upgrade themselves. That's one thing. So if you want to upgrade yourself, then it's just like you're looking for maybe some opportunity or some what do we call it, destinations that can give you what you need, and then you come back. Maybe you want to be in the academia, but maybe right now they want you to be a doctor or PhD holder in order for you to get into the university. So sometimes you have a foreign education, it helps you. So you want to study abroad. You want a place that you don't pay fees, then you can study. So first of all, you need to have that. And if you have that, you don't need residency. You just need a place that you can school and then come back. There are some people too, they have immigration intent. They want to seek for greener pastures outside, which is not bad at all. Which is not bad at all. It is not bad. Please, it is not bad to see greener pastures. So some of these will determine where you have to school. For example, if you just want to study and come back and learn, help your country, there are opportunities in Russia, opportunities in China, opportunities in Hong Kong. But some of these countries, it's really difficult for you to work outside or maybe to get a permanent work and rise up in leadership and rise up to your highest potential. So in as much as you are looking forward to study abroad, you will look at which country fits your what? Your purpose. Please, are you getting me? The first thing is you are looking at which country. So you just don't say that I'm going to UK, I'm going to Holland, I'm going to Israel. The first question is that, first of all, will that fit your purpose of travel? If you want to study abroad, please, will it fit your purpose of travel? Okay. Secondly, after selecting the countries, you have to also look at your pocket. For example, in US or no, in UK, all you need is have your money. And if you have a money, even third class, you could get a master's. Not even in your field if you want to branch. Okay, please, are you getting me? I want to know in the comment section if you guys are getting me. Okay, if you have money, okay, so sometimes your pocket will also count. For example, I know a lot of the countries that are let me pick Nigerians. I come to know that some of these people just want to leave the country, right? So they have the money, and so they just look at a country, they can pay their fees and go finish and then settle over there. So maybe even you don't have a good class, but your parents have the money. This is the time that you can take opportunity so that they will sponsor you so that you can travel. Okay? So you have what it takes. Maybe you have somebody in government who can recommend you for Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. All you need is a country that will give you admissions so that you help yourself with that. So first of all, you have to check your budget. And so those of us coming from very low background, that is where we look for countries that will sponsor us. For example, what we call scholarship. Okay. Yeah, but I mostly don't want to use scholarship, but funding, because of sometimes the way it's being used. Okay. Yeah. So scholarship is funding is the most ideal one. Okay. So you look at countries that offer scholarship. And so if you look at countries that offer scholarship, I'm going to stop about the preference, why you should, what will influence you, because that one we cannot exhaust it, because some people are there, maybe even if you give US to them, they don't like. I know somebody. If you give US to them, they don't like. If you give maybe Europe to them, they don't like. Okay, they just want to be in Ghana. Okay, so yeah, that's something that I want us to have at the back of our mind. But now let me go look at the funding. So you look at the funding, countries that will give you funding in case your pocket is not helping you. Some people too can afford to some extent, so they will look at some countries that can give you low tuition. Okay. Yeah, so I've seen those commenting. God bless you for commenting. Yeah. So I'll time myself for the next 15 minutes to finish the introduction so that the questions can now come in. Okay. Yes. So now, when it comes to the countries, if you are giving me without any form of data or structured data, I will rank US to be the number one funding country. I will also pick Canada, except for few, let's say 2 years ago, they are trying to squeeze the funding, and yeah, they are trying. Yeah, it's been difficult for them. Then, in no other, I will just pick, say, China, Hong Kong, Australia, UK, and then other Europe, France, and other European countries. Okay, so these are the others. So that's the reason why mostly you will see that we are mostly concentrating on US, but it's not only US, there are other countries. But the idea is that if you know any how to do applications in US, getting to other countries is almost the same. Okay, and then we can also mentor you. Okay, I started from US, I ended up in China, and then Germany, and then UK. So that was how the trajectory. Okay, so once I knew here, I could apply to other countries. Okay, yeah, so that's how it is. And so you really need to have all these things in mind, and then you look at. So first of all, let's look at how the funding comes, especially in the United States. In the United States, you need mostly, they have what we call government scholarship, like the Fulbright scholarship and other scholarship that will let you come in, and after that you have to go back and then go and study. Okay, work and then help your government. You have some UN scholarships like the Commonwealth scholarship in UK and other countries. We have the Japan World Bank scholarship. We have some other scholarships that are being run all over the countries. We have the Hungary, we have the Cuban government, Ghana government scholarship. Yeah, so in your specific country, you may need to locate that some other scholarship. But those scholarships are very competitive. The reason being that they are open to all applicants all over the world, and that's very, very, very difficult to get. So please, the reason what so that's the reason why sometimes we check on internal scholarships. Okay, internal scholarships are scholarships that are given by institutions and or department, and to even be more specific, some professors within the department. So even though these departments or institutional scholarship are also open to everyone, not everyone seeks admission to study in that university. And so it gives you an advantage for you to what? To be in that scholarship class to compete. Okay, even though it's not that easy, but comparing it to the one that is open to everyone, it's the best way to go about it. Okay, so that's how the funding comes from. You get institutional scholarship, which in the form of fellowship, graduate assistantship, and then teaching assistantship, and some are in the form of campus jobs. Okay, some are in the form of campus job, depending on your niche. Let me try to break down this fellowship, the kind of scholarship, especially in the United States, and then we'll look at other countries. So the first one, which is fellowship. Fellowships are funds that are donated by businessmen, maybe alumni, and some wealthy people to advance research. Okay, and they are given to people who have maybe merit based or need based. Okay, to come and study. That's fellowship. So if you get a fellowship, you are not going to do anything, just to complete your course, do your research, and then you are done. But the department also give other form of scholarship in the form of graduate assistantship. This graduate assistantship comes in the form of providing some services back to the school. And this graduate assistantship, which we call GA, comes in two forms. Please get it here. The graduate assistantship comes in the form of one, GRA, graduate research assistants, and GTA, graduate teaching assistants, or TA or RA. So either RA or TA. These are graduate assistants two times. They may come from the department, they may come from the professor, and you have to provide some services in the form of doing research, in the form of instructing, in the form of marking script, in the form of maybe some campus jobs. Okay, that will help the school, and in turn, the school will give you what we call research stipends. Okay, and also tuition waiver. Okay, and this is the fellowship. So mostly the Funding may come in a form of, it can capture everything, your cost of attendance and also your research, your living expenses. Okay, so this is how it works. Now fast forward, having explained this scholarship application and blah blah, let me look at when do you have to apply for schools. So every school has an application period, and if you look at the world calendar, on August is mostly the intake. Yeah, so I will please, for now, let me finish with the first introduction so that the questions will flow. Okay, let me finish with the first introduction, then the questions will flow. When I finish with the introduction, I'm going to give our presenters, our guests here, 5 minutes to add up to anything that maybe they need to add up, and then the questions will flow. Okay, so today is the introduction. We are not going too deep. Okay, yeah, we are not going too deep, but this will be the first aspect. So if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel, and then like. If you are new here, put your name there, and then let's go. So I was talking about the source of funding and those things, and then the intake. So the first one is August, and August in most of the countries are fall. Now it's mostly once in a year, one intake in a year. But if the school has a lot of application and they have a lot of people coming in, now they will now increase the intake to one or two more. So the next one is the spring. The spring is always around January, which is mostly spring intake. And in US here, we have another one called summer. Summer is somewhere around May to July ending. Now there are some private schools that can run throughout the year because they are money making. Every program they can decide when to admit. Okay, so these are the intakes. When do you have to apply for schools? Please, your visa application as international student take long. For example, those in Nigeria, if you are applying for Germany visa, even to get a visa slot can take almost a year. Before the year comes, even your visa, your admission has expired. US is a lot. So you are always advised to start it 1 year before. So for example, the next intake, which is the regular intake for fall, is August, and we are starting the training this time around. To tell you that you need advanced training in order to get in very early, apply very early. So US, 10 months before the intake is good to put in your application. The reason is that some of the universities does first come first serve, and that is something that you need. You want to be part of them. Once you get in, you know when to apply and then do it early. Now let me talk about, now having known that, okay, there are 3 semesters. When do you have to apply? Mostly apply for the 4th semester, because contracts and fellowships, awards, funding are given within 1 year period. So the largest academic intake is when these things are given. You can apply for spring. Before you apply for spring, reach out to the department. Be very sure, communicate with them. There are some few schools that will also give opportunity for summer intake. I have a colleague who just came in last 2 weeks for summer. That is fine. But before then, if you are not applying for fall, make sure that you have really understood or reach out to the department and you know when to apply. Okay, the last thing that I want to tackle before I will now end for today is what document do you need for your graduate school application? Okay, yes. So this is something I will do in the next 4 minutes, and then I will bring my my discussions to a close, and then I will now leave our guests to add up some few things, and then we'll enter into the questions. Okay. So the first thing is, one, you need all your certificates. All certificates. Don't ask me which certificate. There are some people, they will ask you, okay, I need my BEC or whatever. I know people who have gone to German embassy and they have been denied visa because they did not get what? Their certificate. So please, again, you need all your certificate. Don't tell me which certificate. All the schools you have gone. Why? Don't even ask me why. Because these certificates are your bona fide property. So why is it that your WASI certificate is not with you? One day you'll be going for a ministerial position and they'll be asking you for your CV, your BEC certificate. So please go for your certificate. Start asking me which certificate. Every certificate you have is needed. Please, is it clear here? Now, the next one is transcript. Apart from those who are now applying for BEC, those who are applying for undergraduate, all your tertiary transcript, get them. All your tertiary transcript, get them. All your tertiary transcript, please get all your tertiary transcript, get them. Please, are you with me? All your tertiary transcript, get them. Now, get English proficiency. Okay, get English proficiency. English proficiency is attestation that you have schooled in, what do you call it, in your school. Okay, and then you have what it takes to study in the United States. So get your English proficiency ready. Now, there are some schools that requires that you write English proficiency. Write to them, show them your English proficiency, and they will waive you. If they don't waive you, you may skip that school and look for a different school. Okay. The next thing that is really important is get people who give you recommendation letters. These things, recommendation letters, are very difficult. Okay. That I will tackle during our next week, how to get recommendation letters. I'll tackle in our next session. Okay. So these are the things you need. And any other requirements will be specified in the school page. Now, there's one more important document that I will want everyone here who have the ability to get it. Is graduate record exams. Most of the schools that give admissions and their funding require graduate record exams, which is called GRE. But not everyone needs it. There are some of you don't need it. But mostly those who are doing business, those who are doing maths, econs, those who are doing humanities, that needs some GRE. Please, our guests should get ready in the next few seconds. I'll first of all invite Kingsley to come in. GRE is very important. Okay, so we'll go more detail into the documentations, and then you will be given the step-by-step on the documentation, especially next week. Okay, so you know where and when to start. Okay, and anything we've talked about can be translated to all other countries. Okay, yes. So as time goes on, we'll be doing this is just to master you for the application, but we'll be doing videos on different countries. I'll be creating playlists. I've already done one for you. I'm doing mostly for US. I'm going to do one for I've done one for Canada, one for Germany. I'm going to start with France, Norway, and then other countries that we think you can benefit greatly. Okay, so right now, with this introduction, I know it's lengthy and there may be so many questions. I want to ask Kingsley to come in and add, in the matter of 5 minutes, add one or few things that you need in this journey to start, just for the start. Okay, so that he will hammer more on the GRE. Okay, and then after that we invite Dr. Edmon to also come in. So Just let me bring your stage.
Okay. Am I in live now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So thank you once again for the opportunity. So I didn't state my school is in the US, okay, in the United States, North Carolina. So then the school name is North Carolina A&T State University. Okay, so that's it. So what I'll hammer first is what he was talking about for recommendation. Like, it will be best that from now to the time you'll be applying, you make sure you connect to at least 3 professors in your department. If not your department, like somebody you think you know, like from the school, a professor, but specifically from the department, make sure at least you are sure of 3 professors that you can rely on. Start making the connection now. Don't wait till you start the application before you contact them. Then they will show you shaggy. They will show you shaggy. So make sure you connect with them. Maybe like try and do like, oh, Professor this, I'm checking up on you. Like, try and make that connection. So when the time is due for you to start your application, you just send them an email, or you can even call them that, oh, I'm starting this application and I will need your input. So that is for recommendation. So make sure you connect with your professors, because I've seen people that get they send the applications and they don't get the recommendation because it goes in late. So make sure you do that. And also the other thing Moses wants me to talk about is the GRE. My school accepts GRE for graduate studies, and so like I had to write my GRE. And so those in the business, especially when I was prepping, I came across those in the business field. So they need GMAT or GRE. The humanities, you also need a GRE. So, and then some of the sciences, you need a GRE. So what I did was that I was working, so I couldn't study like personally on my own. So what I did was that I consulted an agency. So those who would want, and it's compulsory, make sure you go and write, put down the name of the consults, because they are really good. Like, the consult is called AFES Consult. AFES as in AFEX. AFES Consult. They give services for SAT, TOEFL, GMAT, GRE, count it, whatever. It's an institution.
Please, the name again, I'll type.
AFES Consult.
Okay, then spellings.
AFEX.
AFEX.
Yeah, consult. That's all.
Okay.
So for the GRE, when you are able to write, it puts you on, like, in terms of those who will be submitting the application, it puts you on an upper level or at an advantage when all your credentials to other applicants are the same. Then yours stands out. So it is also good because some of the schools without a GRE, they will not give you the funding. So if you want to write, I'll urge you that you start prepping now. And because you are going to study, if you want to write, you have to start now. So on the study destination page, I think if I have some materials or link to the contact of the school, I'll just put it to the study destination WhatsApp page, or I'll send it to Moses to upload it on the study destination page. And so that is for the GRE. And another thing, I think most of my time is up, right?
No, continue. Let me give you some few minutes more.
So the other document is, I don't know, Moses didn't mention it, but is the evaluation, transcript evaluation. Some schools, like my school, will take transcript evaluation. Without transcript evaluation, you are not going to be, your application is incomplete. So even though it's expensive, I'm not saying you should go for the transcript evaluation, but some schools take free. They don't take transcript evaluation. Some schools do. So if you have the money and you want to enter both sides, the ones that do not take and the ones that take, I'll entreat you to evaluate your transcripts. That also like puts you like on advantage to those who will not apply to the transcript evaluation schools. So that is it. So agency for your transcript is WES, WES. and then World Education Service, and also I think Spantra. You can also check that. So those are the few documents I would like to. So the GRE and the West.
Thank you so much. So somebody asked, do you wait to gain admission with the university before applying for scholarship, or you apply both together? It depends. It depends on which university and then the program. Mostly it comes for graduate assistantship or research, it comes together, but there are some you need to gain before. So all of them, we're going to discuss them in the subsequent weeks. Okay, so stay tuned. Thanks, Josephine, for asking this question. So, Dr. Edmon, please, are you available at the moment to add up?
Yes, I think I have some points. I mean, Moses will do a wonderful job. I mean, I'll say he trained me with this process, so I'll just add just few stuff. So you have to be dedicated, just like Moses said. Be very dedicated. If you want to give up, find one reason not to give up, like your future. See, like you want something, so you want to go here, be dedicated, read about it. Why do you want to go there? And sometimes the way life is, growing up, I wanted to be a pharmacist. That is me. Now I'm a medicinal chemist. I'm a chemist. Yeah, I'm a process chemist right now, working. So sometimes the way life is, it throws you and then brings you to the spot where even if I'm to become a pharmacist, I'll be prescribing drugs. That is not what I wanted to do. I want to see how drugs are made, how drugs are discovered, how we use computational means to do modeling and come up with molecules which are novel, it can be patented, the pharmaceutical companies buy them, and then how to process them. These are the things that I'm interested in, and that is where life has thrown me too, because I came to do chemistry. So sometimes you have to be a little bit fluid. So some people will be there, they're like, oh, I want to do this course. And if I don't get this course, I'm not going to graduate school. No, that is not how it works. I know someone who took political science, came here, and now a very big giant in software engineering, because that is where he actually wanted to. But the political science is what brought him here. So when life throws you, sometimes you have to move fluid. And then
Okay,
also,
there's one thing that I don't want Dr. Edmond to finish before I hammer this. It's really important. Please, it's not what you want that can bring you here. Okay, he said it, he nailed it. Because, I mean, you maybe there's something you qualify. Maybe you didn't even do music, but you're a musician. You have a lot of works. You can you went to that department and perchance you click on their music program, and then they are saying that they have full sponsorship for even those who are not music, don't have music background, but you're a musician, you have a lot of videos. Man, pick that opportunity. Come. After that 2 years that you have come here, you can now move to maybe your computer engineering and go and work. Please, your bachelor's alone may be enough to get you the work here. But what may bring you here is maybe the art, your computer engineering. That is enough. Thank you, Edmond, for bringing that point. Can you continue?
yeah, so one thing too that you have to keep in mind is to reach out to people. Don't be, I know, say, we Ghanaians, it's not everybody. Some people are very confident and very outgoing. I know someone, Ochem, if anybody knows him, if you're in the chemistry department in tech some years back, you know him. He's in University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, which I recommend Moses can add him to this in the following weeks. But he's very outgoing, and that is a very, very good thing. Scientists, when you become a scientist or when you come into the field, you have to show what you have. You have to demonstrate that you know the thing and stuff like that, and it's very good. So in your case, you don't have to demonstrate that you know something, but you have to demonstrate that you really want something. Reach out to professors, reach out to graduate coordinators. The way I got my admission is miraculous. When everybody hears it's miraculous, that's why I will always add the last, put God first. God is very, very important. Yeah, I'm a Christian, so put God first. It's very, very, very important. Like, don't miss that one, because I tried to apply. My money is finished. I've applied more than 50 schools. The one who gave me admission didn't give me full funding. I'm like 48,000 first year. Where am I going to get that money? So I'm like, oh, let me stay home, and applied it for a year. Here comes a graduate coordinator emailing me that she has seen me in the system, but why am I not applying? I'm like, oh, you want English proficiency exams, that is IELTS or whatever. I don't have it. So can you waive it so that I can apply? She's like, yeah, you can do it because you got your bachelor's in English, and that is enough. I'm like, okay. So I did, and then I got English proficiency certificate from UCC. Yeah, that one. So when I got it, the following 2 weeks, she just paneled an interview for me. And then that is where I also say, know what you want. You have to be prepared. I know some people like reach out to me and be like, oh, this is my brother, help him to get school. It is not like that too. It is not like that. Nobody else like say what's to Akwalansa now school. It doesn't work like that. You have to, it is your own. If you do well, you come here, you prosper, you help your family. You're not doing it for anybody who is mentoring you, for Moses or anybody. It's for your own good. So you have to be very dedicated. You have to read. If you have interview, read around it. You have to go and read about the professors. If they give you the panel, you can even ask the graduate coordinator, hey, do I know the panel coming? If they don't give it to you, fine. If they give it to you, you are blessed. You just go read about their research and what they do. You can even in the interview ask them questions, read about them. You want to work with a professor, you don't know even what he does in his lab. And how, if he asks you a question, then you'll be fumbling. It doesn't work like that. I think that is very, very important. So the main thing, be dedicated, apply early, know what you want, be fluid, like be flexible. Life can push you here, then you come back to where you want in the future. It doesn't always work that I always have to go through this. And some people, because of that, they are stuck. They can't do anything. So I think that is what I can add to what Moses has done. Moses will do everything. For that one, it's not. Yeah. So yeah.
I know. Now I want you guys to come in and help. So I'll be bringing the last person to come in and then share. So one thing that the last statement, Edmon, Dr. Edmon said that I don't want you to forget. And I'm saying that at this point in time, write it. Please, I'm repeating it that this thing we are doing, the Americans take them here as a coursework in their final year, and then they earn a credit which is on their transcript. So don't just listen and then forget. He said that in this, do your application as early as possible. What does it mean? Don't think that maybe the application is January, application deadline is January, or no. Once you know and you have what it takes to apply, if it is October, finish the application and everything in October.
And also, like, to interrupt Moses.
Come in.
Yeah, like the earlier you submit, even though the deadline is there, the earlier you submit it, the graduate school, I've noticed from our school that the graduate school, they process those who submit the application earlier before the deadline. They process it. So it's like first come, first serve, if you don't know. So
wow.
Yeah.
Please, I want you to write it in the comment section. First come, first serve. Everybody, this is something you need to write. Let it be in your fingertips or on your fingertips. First come, first serve. It's I mean, I don't know which language should I use. I mean, it's fair. It's fair. Yeah. First come, first serve, because
the funding is limited.
Yes. Funding is limited. Yeah. And everybody has good transcripts coming. Everybody has first class. So who else? Like, it means the one who comes first, we give it to them. And then also, once again, I don't want to stress it now. Reach out to people. Please reach out to people. Get your LinkedIn profile. Some people don't want to apply to schools. You don't have LinkedIn profile. Go and get a LinkedIn profile, please, and reach out to professors. Connect with them.
Doing all these things in the coming weeks. Wonderful.
Please, they are very important too.
So please, in fact, we are not going to promise you something and then deliver less. interaction is going to be very, 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 very beneficial in the coming weeks. We are going to, you're going to be exposed to a lot of things that will help you. Great, great, great. I like the comments. Yeah, it means that you are part of us, because if we don't hear from you, we don't see that you are commenting. It's like maybe the phone is somewhere, you are not writing. Yeah. So yeah, Mr. Shedrack, come in.
All right. I think my bosses have said a lot. I don't even know what to say. But first thing I want to say is, don't doubt yourself. Okay. Now, doubts come in when we look down on our educational background. We think that wherever we want to study, they are more advanced. Yes, it is true. They have been trained in a certain way. There are certain things that they got right from the onset. And so there are things that they will easily understand. There are some basic skills that they will have over us. But don't doubt yourself, okay? So let me use myself as an example. When I was about to start application, my whole um aim or whatever I wanted to do immunology, because that was one interesting part of biochemistry that I found to be, good. I loved whatever immunology is. And so I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. So whenever I go to a school's website, I search. I mostly go to biomedical science schools that have biomedical science programs, and my senior colleagues here will tell you that those programs are very competitive, like very, very competitive. Before you get a biomedical science program to do in the US, it's very tough. So I would go there, search. You realize that, oh, you meet all the requirements. You put in the application, you are not getting. Then my Moses told me that, okay, you don't need to limit yourself. Look at chemistry. But I was afraid. I was afraid because I thought with a biochemistry background, even though people say biochemistry is difficult, I feared chemistry most. I love biochemistry, but I fear chemistry. Why? Yeah, in my first semester in
Chemistry.
yes, my first semester in KNUST, I had a D in physical chemistry. That is the only D. That is the worst grade that I have in on my transcript. And so some way somehow I became PChem phobia. I just feared the course. And so anything chemistry, I try to run away. But then I realized that if I take away that fear and face it boldly, it is going to help me. So I faced it. When I came here, my first semester, I had to choose a course that I would do. My professor recommended that I take this course because one, he is somehow related to what we do in the lab. It is somehow related to some of the research project that he wants to put me on. And also the professor who teaches that course is going to be on my committee. And it is always advisable that when you come, even though sometimes your professors you may not be in agreement with your professor, but it is always good to be on the good side of your professor because they award you your PhD. When you're going for your PhD set, it's your professor that will hand it to you. So if you are not on the good side of your professor, you will not have it easy with your program. So I said, okay, I will do it. How do I do it? So I contacted people that were in the department already. Everybody, especially all the Ghanaians that I knew in the department, I just went to them, okay, I want to do this course. My boss said I should do this course. How do you think? Okay, then they'll give me, okay, do this, do this. Oh, this course is difficult, too, but if you know, and then fast forward, I did the course and I had an A. The course I'm talking about it electroanalytical. Even when I wrote the exam, the result came as a B plus, but when the professor uploaded, it was an A. I was surprised because I knew I wasn't going to get an A. So one, the first thing to succeed is taking away that fear that, oh, you can't do it. Two, Wisdom is on the page, and his name has been mentioned already. Wisdom is my colleague from the university. We were in the same class, like we did everything for that 4 years whilst we were in KNUST. He was my senior in high school. Okay. And I went to meet him. And then I started bothering him with this study abroad thing. Whenever I get new information, I come to talk about it. He'll be like, "Oh, me," then he'll brush it off. Truth is, we all started applying around the same time, but he said he wanted to do masters. He got master's admission, zero funding. Then I was like, "Bro, why don't you do this PhD application? Because you have the first class, you have, and one thing I know Wisdom to be good at, when it comes to paying attention to detail, he's better than I do. He's like very meticulous. So push away the fear of PhD and use what you have, the upper side of you, to know balance the equation. And each and every one of us here have what we can do best. So capitalize on what you can do best. Okay. And then use it to balance the other sides that you are not so good at. So when it comes to this application, that is all that there is. There are a lot of things. You go to the school, especially sometimes you can even go and look for their students, some of their students and other stuff. You go to their, me whenever I go to a school website and I do some search about the school, the next thing is to go to I go to LinkedIn, I follow the school's page, it recommends me to some students. You go there and then you read their profile and you are like, no, I'm nowhere near these people, because the kind of things they have done, the conferences where they presented their works, they've done so much. But one thing is that truth is, we those of us coming from Ghana, and we have the resilience to study. No matter how difficult a thing is, we can sit, decode, and pass and do it. That one, even like if it can be rocket science, we can do it. Do you get it? So don't feel dim, like, I mean, there's this inferiority complex or whatever. Oh, I can't do it. It's too difficult. PhD is 5 years, and no. Trust me, when you come here, you'll be able to do it. So first of all, get it at the back of your mind that I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. Let me add up to what he said. You can do it. And even, I mean, within, like, the thing is, the best place to even get your PhD and get it done easily, and the best, is United States. Except few people who meet some hard professors and they are too hard. But generally, the reason is that the United States, they don't take the PhD like a World Cup, in the sense that they have two objectives in the PhD. One, they train you for industry and also train you for academics. So whichever way you want to go, you will be trained. Are you getting me? You will be trained. So this will help you. And even if you are afraid of making fun, you can come here and start making your family, okay, while schooling. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing to fear about this. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunities. So right now, what I'm going to do, is to give you the link to, what do you call it, our room, and then now we take questions. We are now going to take questions. So question time. I know you have a lot. Some of them we will answer them, some of them we will push it to next week or the coming weeks, but we will try to answer as many as you want. So the link is now posted in the comment section, wherever you are, on Facebook, on maybe YouTube. You can follow us, you can join us, and then I'll bring you in. If you want to put your questions in the comment section too, you can put them in, and then I'll pick them. Next week is going to be more exciting. Next week, I want us to look at skills in searching for schools. And these people are going to come back to come and help us some of the skills that we need in searching for schools. Okay. So now the link to the room has been posted. Please click and then join us. Click and then join us, and we will pick you so that you come and then ask your question. Okay, so click join us, and then we're going to help you. So let me see those who are ready. And before then, I'll still give the opportunity to anyone who wants to add any additions. Yeah. Before we have people who want to, yeah. And then I will be checking this time for you to ask questions. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've said a lot. Yeah, reach out to people. I mean, yeah, I'll say it works. I mean, I know people who have just gotten admission because they just emailed the professor. They just emailed the professor, hello, I'm interested in your work and I'd like to work with you. I've read your papers and I think it's really wonderful. I like your projects and everything. This is my ambition, my goals. And the professor is like, hey, I want to interview you. I want to see where it is. And reach out to your senior. Some people they are like, oh, I'm not like that with my senior when we were in college. It doesn't matter. Senior, it doesn't matter. Humble
Okay.
yourself, reach out,
Reach, reach
connect,
out.
keep connecting. Because opportunities are, some people have become doors in this life. So when you get close to them, then the door opens, then you just pass through. You don't need to have any feelings or anything. No, no, no. It
And
doesn't matter.
also, and also, people should share when you have the information.
Yeah.
Share. This one is not your inheritance. Information about study abroad is not an inheritance that you should hold on to. I can say that maybe not my sole doing, but I have 3 friends who are coming into the US this year. 3 friends, 2 females, 1 male. They are all coming to do PhD. So now I have friends. I have in the next 5 years, I'll be having 3 friends who are doctors, whom I've known for, I would have said after 5 years, I've known them for, let's say, 9 good years. And these are people that when you have them in your life, it changes everything about you, your status. You get it? You can't tell me that you want to be there and then one day in life, just out of the bloom, you start making friends with ministers and stuff. It doesn't work. You build your
Relation-
circle.
Yeah.
Yes, you build your circle, the people you come up with, so you don't get the information. I know, yes, Ghana and our like Africans, we have this so much superstition. Oh, when you are doing study abroad, don't talk about it to anybody. The witches will come after you. But bro, pray. That is why you have to pray first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who told you that your house witches they don't know about what you are
Did
doing?
you know you applying?
They know. They know. So it's not what you tell people that, but then you have to pray. When you pray and then you share it with the right people,
Yeah.
God is
Yeah.
going to come true for you. So please don't hold on to the information.
Wonderful, wonderful. So please, we now have about 3 people in the room. We want to pick the first person. When you come, you tell us about the background, where you are swimming from, what you are looking forward to, and then your questions, and then try to appreciate our guests over here who have had their time with us. At the moment, the chat rate is 0. It means that we are not chatting enough. Looking at the number of people here, we are not chatting enough. So please let us chat. Let us open the algorithm for other people to join. So, Mr. Arnold, come and then ask your question. I'm bringing you to the stage.
Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Arnold. I'm currently doing masters in chemistry in Germany, and this is my final semester. I think maybe I'm hoping that in 5 or 4 months I would have completed my degree. But I'm looking forward to the PhD applications to start abroad, mainly through the inspiration of Moses, I should say. So yeah. Um, My question is on recommendation letters. I think that was the most thing that was stressed out, that they need to be sourced as early as possible. But with the attention that I might have a challenge is like, to ask for recommendation letters as soon as possible, like this, especially when you're in the middle of doing your thesis to the professors. I mean, maybe I fear that you might actually spoil up the relations with the professors, and some of them you'll be conducting the research with them. So I don't know is how can maybe I need some guidance how I can maybe try to sort out that in considering that I want to start also my applications in the next semesters, in the next uptake that is coming soon in 2026.
Okay, Arnold, let me try to help you and then others will come in. Please, I don't think it's a problem. For example, uh, you you are in Ziggin, the same school like I was. I contacted Dr. Shonha, Professor Hoga Shonha, and he was very good. He did all my recommendations for me, more than 15 he did it for me. So get the right professor. There are some of them they won't, some will do, some won't. So try to get them on board as early as possible. Connect to other people, like people like Dr. Edmon is here. If you have become his friend on LinkedIn and then you want, maybe he will help you. Do you understand? Yes. So I don't think it should be a problem. Well, it's a problem. Even if it's a problem to everybody here. And it was a problem for everyone here. So if you have seen people here, it means they have overcome that challenge. And you too might or should overcome it. It's a problem to everybody. Everybody here has had that problem.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So others can add their voice to it.
I think you
Yes.
said it.
Oh, Kingsley, go ahead.
Oh no. I'm saying that Moses has said it.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can just.
I think for recommendations, the fear of maybe you saying that you are doing thesis with a person, the person will be offended. No, he wouldn't be offended. These people, they are not like us. If I may
Yes.
say.
Yes.
They are not like us.
Yes.
You understand that you have to go on in life. So
Yes.
at some point, if you are doing a great job in terms of your research, you shouldn't be
Yes.
scared at all. Just go to him. Hey, I want to go ahead. I want to do PhD in the United States. Please kindly help me with your recommendation. And they are willing to do everything for you.
What Dr. Edmon said is very true. The professors in US, I don't know for Germany or I don't know for the other countries, but for students, the student is always right. So anything that is going to benefit you, they are never going to restrict, and they don't keep scores with students. Like anything you want, they are going to do. Even if you can even go and tell your professor that you want to change him. He will not have a score with you, and if he wants recommendation from you, he will give you. So for that one, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So, and then also with your first degree, where you got your degree from, sometimes what you have to do is some people like, it's like, oh, I reached out to him. He didn't mind me or something like that. Sometimes you have to reach out to people to go to the professor. So sometimes we think that opportunities should come or things should work for me the way I want it. No, it doesn't work like that. I was a teaching assistant for a professor. I don't want to mention the name, but he is the last person to give me recommendation letters anytime I apply to school. Can you imagine? The person that I've been going back and forth with, I was doing research for him. I was grading for 3 classes for him. Yet every day when I apply to a school, he's the last person to give me recommendation. You are like, how? Then I'll be worrying him, senior, Charlie, I need this thing. Senior, he's like, Edmon, you are always badging me. I'm like, yeah, if you don't give me, I'll not leave you. Yeah, because I want my thing. I've not done anything again. You got to give me what I want. So yeah, don't get people to get to the professor because it's very important. Strangers can give you their recommendations, but then some of the schools they are very particular in terms of professors who have taught you. So they go down the line. That is when some people can use fake degrees, get here, and then in their second year they will be dropped out. Why? Because they've done the investigation. Your recommendation letters, where did you get it from? Is this person a professor? Well, like, how do you know him? And all these things. So they'll be doing all these background checks. So they are very, very important. Get them, get hold of them, please. Don't be relaxed at all because the Africans, we are always reluctant to do these things for our young ones. So, yeah.
Okay. So before that, I will say that is truly speaking that because of the increasing interest of people doing graduate application, some professors are finding it very difficult. So there is a narrow way of escaping that, but what we are saying is that try it. At the latter part, when it's getting to the end, it's not, get in touch and we'll give you some other ways to go about it.
Some people too, they do it nicely. I know of a friend. What he does is, the former HOD of the department was his supervisor when he was doing his undergrad thesis. So what he does is, oh, Dr. Zukli, I've sent some 20 Ghana for some credit, but I want small recommendation, because for him to go and sit on his laptop to do this, sending of email and all these things, he has to use data. And what if he is in Kumasi and then he doesn't have any data? For him to go through all this stress to do it for you, he has to buy data. You know how Ghana, you buy now, then it's gone. So I find a way to persuade people to get what you want. There you go. Yeah, so it works. Yeah.
Okay.
There
Thank
are
you
some
so
questions in the
much.
chat box.
Yes, I will pick some of them, and then there is, okay, so from Josephine, Shadrach, can you mention, look at Josephine's question and then answer?
Okay, so just when is saying that doesn't mean you can skip masters and do straightforward PhD. Yes, you can. You can do straight PhD. So what happens is that when you're doing a straight PhD, you do more than the number of years that someone with a master's would do in most cases. Some schools, whether you have master's or PhD, you will still do 5 years, but then you can skip and do. Some schools do not take. It also depends on the program that you are going to do. Okay, mostly in the sciences or the research areas these days, professors are, they get money because you have done some work and the work is being published and they are getting more grants. So they can't train you for 2 years. You go and they train another person for 2 years. What do they get in return? So when they pick you, you do a 5 year straight for a PhD and you stay in the program for long, and they also get some form of benefit from you. So you can do, but depends on your program. So before that, just go to the school's website and look at the requirement. Some of the programs they will list, in fact, or every school they will list the requirement. They'll tell you what you need. They'll tell you whether you need a bachelor's degree, or even some schools you can use we have this 3 year diploma and those kind of stuff. People are even able to use diploma to start a PhD program, but it depends. You rarely see those, but it's possible. So just do your research, do due diligence when it comes to researching on the schools and the programs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So to add up, those here, the panels here, all of them from bachelor's to PhD. None of them did their masters first. Yes. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. So somebody also asked Dr. Edmon's profile. I've posted it in the chat. Please, all of us here, look at this person's profile and do it the same. Please, it's really important.
Please do better. Mine is not the
Most are missing my profile.
Yeah, mine is
No,
not
I'm
the
here
best.
to check. Okay,
You
I'll
can
check.
you can do better. You can connect to people who are connected to me and look at what they've done and then keep improving. Mine is not the like yardstick, please. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Okay.
can do better. Crap. Right.
So he's saying you can do better, but at least do something. If nothing at all, do something closer. Okay. So Kingsley also has something good here. I'm gonna pick it, and then maybe
I'm a YouTuber too.
So yes, but Kingsley has done those things. So yeah, Kingsley is I think the your maybe you didn't add more to the position in the maybe quality control or something. Yeah.
I think I have a
Maybe
lot of information there.
yeah, check it out. But I mean, Kingsley too has done another good job with his profile. So I'm going to post it there. Please, these are the things you need to be preparing. So another free shot, please prepare your LinkedIn profile. Get to at least two platforms, your LinkedIn and your X platform, X, the formerly called Twitter, LinkedIn and then X. And now some of the stuff to conversation to be having it on TikTok. TikTok is a wonderful platform. You have not been there. Maybe you only see the other stuff that people are bringing it out to you. Think that TikTok is evil. The best thing, there are a lot of good things over there. Okay. Yes. And yeah. So first of all, what you need here is for your academic purpose, you need your LinkedIn, your X, and then for the purpose of our lesson, you can also go on TikTok, so that anytime we move to TikTok, because of technical hitches, you'll be able to join us. Okay, yeah. If we were on TikTok by now, would have reached more than 1,000 people watching us, but YouTube, we are not able to reach as many as we want. Okay, so that's the first question. Arnold, are you done with your questions?
Yeah, I think it's done.
Okay, so Miss Simply Trudy, which country is suitable for MSc Health Information? Every country or all the countries, they are suitable. Choose which one you want, and then we will help you. Okay, choose which one you want. Okay,
There's
so
a
I'm going.
question. Moses Isaac Enin at the top.
Okay,
He said,
yeah, bring it.
Sir, can this from Isaac Enin? He said,
Yeah.
Sir, can one opt for both graduate research assistantship and graduate teaching assistantship at the same time? So yes, in the application, when you are doing your application, they ask you whether you want to be
Considered.
considered for, thank you, that's the word, considered for both the research, and then check everything, check it. Because when they are doing it, that's what they will give you the package with. Mostly for the PhD programs, they combine the GTA and then the RA.
Yeah.
And then mostly for the masters, they can give you just the TA. The TA can just work. But mostly for the PhD, because the PhD, the money is more, they combine RA from the professors and then TA from the graduate college. Yeah. So that is what normally they do.
Wonderful.
Something you don't have any option when it's a like combined harvester. When you go, the package is one. You do the teaching, and then also you're an RA. So you do the two. So it depends on the structure of the school. So you ask questions to the graduate coordinator, and also you work with your supervisor to see which one is suitable. Sometimes even the number of courses you have to take when you get to the school. I remember when I got to the school, I said I want to do 3 courses in a semester. My supervisor looked at me, he's like, hey, no. Even one, the way I was struggling, advanced organic synthesis. So it's not easy. So sometimes you have to, just like Jeremiah said, please coordinate with your supervisor, because out of him you get a PhD. He knows the system, so he or she knows the system, so they will help you, guide you as to what you have to do to help you.
Wonderful. Let me pick those here, one of them to come on stage. James Ofe. James Ofe, you are welcome to our live. Can you unmute yourself and then ask your question? So before James Ofe, Kingsley, can you read one of the Bediakon?
Okay, so Bediakon asks 2 questions. So the first question is, please, can there be a session to talk more on sponsorship? How does one qualify for either full or partial funding? Over to you.
Yeah, you can try and answer some of them.
Let Jeremiah, you can answer that one.
All right. So when it comes to whether full or partial sponsorship or funding, one, it depends on the school, what the school is giving out, the package, the amount of money that they have that they are giving out. Okay, so based on the amount they have given out, okay, they'll say we can take 10 students, we can take 10 graduate students. Out of these 10 graduate students, do we have enough money to take care of everything, or we want to take their tuition so that when they come in, their living expenses and other stuff will be on them? So it depends on what the school has. Aside that, they also have based on your qualifications. So I know someone who has a PhD offer, was given a PhD offer with teaching assistantship, and also given this aside the teaching and the research, there's another one called I forgot it,
Fellowship.
fellowship, who was also given a fellowship. That same institution, not everybody in the institution will get the fellowship, but some people will get based on their qualification, their transcript, their research experience, and other things. So it is a holistic, it's a package that comes based on multiple factors: the school, and then you as an individual, and then the timing that you apply. Like we said, first come, first serve. So they can say, okay, based on how the amount of money we have, we are giving full funding plus some additional packages, maybe even traveling allowance to the first 5 students that we admit. So the early bird catches the worm. Do you get it? But some of these things may not be disclosed on the website. If they are being disclosed, then I mean, someone can apply 2 years in advance, and everybody will be on wait list, which will not, which will
Yes.
bring chaos. Yeah.
That,
So
that is very true. So that is what goes back to what Jeremiah said it all in the beginning. And then Moses Mayoni also said it. The GRE thing is an X factor in things like this. If you have GRE that you did very well, please don't try to hide it. Use it for all your applications. It
Yeah.
lets you stand out, just like Kingsley was saying. Also, like I said, reach out to people. Some people they were in the department. The story of Elder Richmond talking to people, communicating with people. Sometimes scholarship which are not there can be brought there because of you, because you reach out to people about your situation and what you want to do. So sometimes reaching out to people and then knowing the corners and things, they also explain to you what are the advantages, what are the options available, so that you can make the best choice for yourself. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah.
Wow. I'm so excited because some of the responses that our guests are giving, I think we have the best of the best guests today, and they are really giving exciting. And you need to write a lot of things down here. Okay, so we have Bill Jensen from Jamaica. Yeah, do you want to ask question? So I can bring you on board. Okay. So Bill. Solomon. Okay. So Bill. Okay. Maybe you are not ready at the moment. Um.
Okay.
Do I have Sham?
Shala, I
Yeah.
think Shala is ready.
Yeah. Let me try to see if you also. Okay.
Every day when you're walking down the
Okay. Thanks for joining us. You entertain us for 2 seconds. Thanks. And then who again? Okay.
Why is it that their YouTube is playing? Or what? I don't
Yeah.
know.
No. Maybe they are just gamers. So maybe. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, okay,
so
okay. I
there
guess.
are
I
also
guess.
some questions in the comment section. So
Okay.
as we
Yeah.
are trying to
Mhm.
get other guests, we can look at it. So someone is asking, I did BSc biology education at my undergrad. Can I do masters or PhD in biology field without necessarily being only in the educational field?
Of course,
Oh yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
person might be coming from maybe uh, EW, and the EW people, you do biology education. It means that you do biology and you do education. So yeah, you don't necessarily need to go into the educational field, but yeah, just choose what you want. Yeah, that's my response. Others can also come in.
Well, you have to also look at it. So that is what Jeremiah said. Look at it. Go read about the school and the structure of the programs. So if you know the structure of the programs and what you've done and your major aligns, and then asking questions, I think you can, yeah. But most likely, about 80% you should be able to enroll in that, provided you did the most important courses in the program. Yeah. Yeah,
And
because
also,
some of them, they use the education to swerve some courses when they are doing their undergrad, because some of them are difficult. And with that, when you are applying, these courses will hinder you from getting the graduate. So yeah.
yeah, so what one thing you can do is you can write to graduate coordinators or program coordinators. So you write to them explaining your situation. So you write to them, tell them, okay, I did this particular program in this school. This is my transcript. I want to apply to this program in your school. I want you to assess and see if I do qualify. Okay. One thing that we Ghanaians don't like to do, or some of us, let me not say Ghanaians because this is a global stage. One thing that some of us don't like to do is when we are asking people for question, we don't like to tell them what we already have. So tell them, I have A, B, C, D. I've read your website. It says this, that. So I want to ask, can I? Because I have cases where I asked some schools, okay, I want to apply for this school. In fact, to a point where they even told me the amount of international students that come in the percentage, and even those that are African students, they are willing to share lots that you may not even see on the website. So ask questions. Okay, that is what they are paid to do. We have administrative assistants that are paid to respond to emails and stuff. Write to them. Truth is, not everybody will respond. There are some schools they won't respond. Some will respond. Majority will respond. So just ask them.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Joseph Tego is asking a question. Question 1, so it means that you have a lot of questions. Okay, yeah. Okay, Mr. Bedia can say I have a second class HND and third class degree. Which of this can easily apply for a master's? Yeah, second class for HND, a third class degree. It would depend on which field you want to go. There's somebody who wanted a program. I looked at his transcript and I saw that the masters, the HND, he had a good class. So we applied for only the HND and then he got admissions. And the funding was, I think, 50%. Yeah, 60%. So it depends. It depends. We have to look at your niche and then help you choose the best one.
Moses, I think for anyone with lower class, what you can do to like get more funding when you are doing your application, evaluate your transcript. You will get a higher. It will appreciate. The GPA will appreciate a bit. The CGPA, sorry, will appreciate a bit, and then write a GRE. US, when you have a GRE, they consider you to be fit for graduate school. And some of them look at that to give you funding. Not all. Some of them look at that to give you funding. So if you have low class, your SOP, your statements of purpose, why you think you had that low class, you specify it there, write a good statement of purpose, evaluate your transcript to appreciate your CGPA, and then write a GRE. When you have these 3 things and then good recommendation, I bet you are going to get full funding for whatever you're going to apply for.
Wonderful submission. Thank you so much. We appreciate your service here. Yeah, so somebody is saying that Tego is saying that Joseph Tego, if you want to come back, you can come back. I think you join us back. And then Ola, I lost you. I don't know if you can come back here again or put your question down there. Please, about the GRE, when is it advisable to write it since you need it for the application? Yes. So, yeah, let's go.
So for GRE, since I wrote a GRE, what I will tell you is that just look at the application deadline for the school. The application deadline for the school. And as we said, first come, first serve. So you want to apply early. So then give yourself some gap to write, because the GRE, the scores are sent to the school after 8 days. Mm-hmm. Scores are being sent from GRE. I've forgotten the people who like
World Education Service.
ETS.
No.
ETS.
ETS. Thank you, Edmon. Thank you, Dr. Edmon. ETS. So ETS sends results to your school after 8 days, right? and then you have the I think no, they send it in 2 weeks, but you get access to the scores in
8 days.
I think 8 days, and then after 2 weeks they will send it to the school. So you just have to get that time frame in mind so that you know when to write it. So, and then your writing is in ministries. You can whatever. If you don't want to use a consult, you can do it on your own. You can prep on your own when you have the materials, and then just go to the ETS website. Where they write it is Total House in Accra. You just Total House in Accra Ministries. On their site, you see the venue there, and then you just register. I think it's around 2.
Next week, Kingsley, we're going to do a thorough presentation because we want those of you here who are in sales business, you did anything relating to business, you did maths, accounts. The only thing that will hinder you from writing should be money. If it's not money, please, we want all of you to write it because it will give you an upper advantage. Okay, it will give you an upper advantage. So don't run away. Please, with the GRE, we want to, because last year a lot of people didn't write. They just joined, but they didn't write. So please, let's try to do that. I want Joseph to ask his question. Joseph, you are on the stage, so unmute yourself and ask. I also add Dr. Muntala. Okay. So Joseph or Dr. Muntala.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please, I want to ask about the GRE. When is it advisable to write it? Because you need it for the application. So I want to know when it's okay to write it.
Yeah, I think that's what he asked, or you didn't get it.
Okay, I think my network was.
Okay. So Kingsley, repeat.
So what I'm saying with the GRE is that look at the timeline for the school, and as we've said, first come first serve. So you want to apply early, which means you write early. So there's no time frame for you to write the GRE. The GRE ETS organizes the test with dates. So there are scheduled dates on the ETS site. So if you are ready today and there is date tomorrow, you can pay, and you can and because the money is expensive, you want to prepare well before you write.
Yeah.
So if you want to write tomorrow, you can write. But are you prepared? Because it entails a lot. So there is no time frame to write. You have to know that I'm prepared. I can write tomorrow. Then you go to their site, pay, and then register for the exams, and then you write, and then you keep in line that 8 days you get the scores, but then in 2 weeks time ETS will send it to your school.
Okay, let me help you a little bit with this. I think he needs to know in preparation for the maybe application. Okay, so please let us start it now, and let's give ourselves 3 months. If you put in much effort, I know that within 3 months you'll be okay. So those of us
should be a realistic timeline.
Yeah, those of us listening today, and your niche or your area is within what we have mentioned, please and please and please again, start preparing now and write it. It will help you in 3 months.
And I think the GRE expires 5 years after writing.
Yeah.
So you can prepare everything and write. You don't have to be like, oh, before applying for school immediately, then I write the GRE. It doesn't work. You can apply. The only advantage of you writing when you're applying is so that they give you 4 slots for you to in some schools. That you do it for free. Because if you write it before and then you apply and then you want to use the GRE, you have to pay.
You pay again
for delivery. For ETS to deliver to the school that you're applying to. That is the only advantage. But you can also write and wait. And if you have like $25, which is the difference there that you can use to, you can do that because to your comfort, to your advantage. Anything that works for you, it's fine.
Yeah. So before you register, please have at least 3 schools that you are very sure you are going to apply, so that they will send it directly to them free of charge, without any extra cost. Mr. Tego, are you with us?
Yes, please. Okay, sir.
Okay. Please, if you have what
and
it
please,
takes.
can we get a material for
Of
the
course.
GRE. If
Please join our page. Join our page. I'm going to put our Shadrach, can you check the second destination and then drop the link to this page? Please, for the mentorship page, the requirement to join the page is to show a screenshot that you have subscribed to our channel. It's not because we want you to be, we want you to know that you know where our information is deposited. That is all. That's the reason why. Because if you are on the channel and you don't know where our storehouse is, what is the important? Okay, if we are meeting, you don't know. So you just subscribe and click on the notification, but you will show it so that we allow you to join our page. Please, that is the only requirement. So he will share the link on the page and then you join us. Now we can listen to Mr. Tego. Are you done with your questions?
yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thanks for coming. Okay, Mr. Ola. Yeah, Ola, we're ready for you. Ola, can you hear us?
There is this Mutala who came in also.
Yes, Dr. Mutala, we lost him. Okay, now let's pick Rose, Nana. Rose, if you need anything relating to when to apply for schools and then visa, okay. If you need anything relating to mock interview, let me know. But when it comes to applying for schools, you're looking at the intake and then you apply 10 months before, or you start application 10 months before and finish as soon as possible. Okay. Yeah, that's what I can say. But will be the reason how to apply for schools, visa application. That's the reason we'll be meeting for the next 2 months. Okay, every Saturday. Okay, so let me pick Hafizu, Dr. Hafizu. Yeah, how are you today, sir? Can you open your microphone? Hafizu.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Yeah. Evening.
I think first of all, I want to thank Oceani Moses and his panel. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Very
can hear
well.
you.
The network is very bad. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes. I think it's network. He should put a question in the chat
Wow.
box. I think it's network.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, we are not
Yeah.
hearing you.
So, like I said, I want to thank Moses and his team.
We
You're
can
doing
hear
a
you.
wonderful
Just
job.
yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Shadrach, there are some questions in the chat box, so maybe you can look at that.
All right, let me have a look at those ones. All right, so please, can you highlight more on okay, those ones have been addressed. With GPA within 3.0 over 4.0 and 3.4, please, is it advisable to do transcript evaluation? Okay, so when it comes to transcript evaluation, it doesn't really matter about your GPA. The truth is that every school and their score system. Okay. So KNUST 70 is A. I know everybody say, oh, KNUST for the Manyan for your 70 is A. So in my case, when I'm doing a manual GPA, because we do CWA, when I'm doing a manual GPA, I will not use 80 as A, I will use 70 as A, right? And so when I did mine, my GPA was 3.75 thereabouts in my head. So I know that that is what I have. Okay. Though I did not do a transcript evaluation. I submitted my transcript to the school and I got admission and everything. So one day I was looking through the school website. I went to my student ID, like those the canvas, and then I tried to look at. I went to transcript and GPA whatever, and I saw entering GPA. And with the entering GPA, what I saw shocked me. I saw 2.8. So in my mind, I've applied to schools thinking that I have 3.7 plus, but the school sees my GPA as 2.8 because here in St. Louis, before you can get A, you need to have 88. So maybe they used 88 to translate my transcript, or maybe they use 80, which is somehow the standard for most schools. So you will not know what scale your school is using for your evaluation. But when they request a WES or Spatran or whatever, and you use it, they know and believe that this is a standard accreditation. So there is no need to do further evaluation on your transcript. Do you get it? So it does not harm to do an evaluation, even if you have um, a good GPA. Because I know someone who has my colleague who graduated with somewhere 78 KNUST. If someone has 78, the person is like first class upper in KNUST because the valedictorians are having 80 and stuff. So if someone has 78, she's a good student. But she did evaluation, and with that evaluation helped her to get a fully funded program. And even in her funding letter, they stated specifically that this is a research position without any teaching requirement. So I'm sure that all the evaluation and other things she did as someone who had a very good GPA also helped her to secure that level of funding. So it doesn't hurt to do. But then it all depends on your budget. If you don't have enough, like, but you have to also do it, like we said, plan to spend. You can't, this is something that is, if you win, is big. So the little sacrifice on your side, you can know. I mean, yeah. So that is what I can say about it.
Wonderful.
Fellow colleagues, big bosses and doctors,
Yeah,
please, I
yeah.
would like to take my leave. I have a meeting.
We appreciate you here. Please, you want to appreciate Mr. Kingsley in the comment section. Let him know that we appreciate him here. Please let the appreciation follow. Thank you so much. And then we'll be ending very soon after we've taken the questions. Yeah. So, Mr. Hafizu, hopefully you can come back and then ask your question. Yeah. We can hear you now. So, continue. Mr. Hafizu. Hello. Okay. So please, those of us here, this is just the beginning. Please, this is just the beginning. We are going to start, continue next week, and then we'll be doing a rigorous. We'll be giving you skills, technical skills, practical. We'll be sharing our screens with you, and then helping you what to do, how to send emails. Okay, we'll be doing every demonstrations here, and then we'll also be putting our information on the chat. No, on the YouTube page. Okay, so you get everything that you need in order to succeed. Okay, so please and please again, this is just the beginning. I know you've benefited a lot, and in the comment section I want you to start writing. If you really benefited, let me know in the comment section. I want you to start writing, yeah, as we are rounding up. So before then, I'm not getting questions here. You want to begin to appreciate our guests, and we'll start by Shadrach. He will give his closing remarks for today. Next week we'll meet again with other people. So we'll take the closing remarks and then we'll go. If there is no question, if there's question, you can put in there. But those of us watching, you want to put in there, write a lot of comment in the comment section, let us know. Yeah, so let's start with Shadrach.
All right. So, first of all, I would like to say very big thank you to Mr. Moses for this amazing job that you have started. I mean, it clearly shows that all the panels, my colleagues here, we've all benefited from these benevolence of yours, and we do appreciate. And we have not finished. I mean, fully benefited. We are still benefiting because today I've come to learn a lot, even as a panel member. And anybody who comes to me, I'll be able to share a lot. These two are viewers who are here today. Without you, we will not be here. Yes, we can do a live and then come and talk, and if nobody listens to us, that would be wasted time. We just want you to know that it's everything is time. Okay, there's beginning and there's an end to everything. So don't see it as a wasted time. You have spent 2 hours. This 2 hours is valuable because whatever you have listened, whatever you have heard, if you put it to practice, you will reap. Okay, you may not reap it today, tomorrow. Sometimes it may take even a year or two. I started my application. My first time searching for schools were, I think, July or August 2023. Okay, I did 3 cycles of application: spring 2024, fall 2024, and then spring 2025. 3 cycles of application. I've applied to almost 30 plus schools. Okay, and the only one I got admission, I had everything, the best of funding I could look for, the best of working environment, the best of professor, the best of even colleagues. Because when I came here, I found a very good community. And so the many years, the sleepless nights and everything paid off. At the time where I was doing my application, that was when data prices rose up. I remember, even if I didn't have money to do anything, I still make sure I had money to buy data. I was buying data 200, 399 CDs for 214 gig. And before I realized, you buy the same amount and now it is 90 something gig. And trust me, when you go to this school website, the data runs a lot. So you would have to buy more. But then I sacrificed and I did it. And today it has yielded the results by the grace of God. So please don't give up. This is just the beginning. Stay glued to us. And I'm sure some few months to come, some few years to come, we will all be here to share our testimonies. Yeah. God bless you. And
Yeah, so finish with this question and then before you can go. You said that
okay.
somebody posted that Richmond from KUST. I didn't get you about the evaluation of the transcript. Can you repeat?
Okay, so what I'm saying is that the evaluation of the transcript, yes, whether your GPA is high or low, you can still evaluate your transcript. Okay, depending on your budget. If you have enough, if you can afford it. Some people genuinely cannot afford. If you use all your money to evaluate your transcript and you don't get money to pay application fees. You don't get enough money to because even the transcript, before transcript goes to your school, the school you're applying to, you would have paid to your university. Okay, if you use money to evaluate transcript and you don't have enough money to buy data to do your applications, some of you have to get new devices because you just have your laptop is spoiled, you are using just your mobile phone. It cannot support everything you want to do. Okay, so just look at it. Budget. If you have the money to do it, it's a good investment. It's one of the best investments. This can be at par with whether real estate or whatever. Because trust me, when you come to the US and you excel, someone will start real estate today. In 10 years, you would have what it takes to be a real estate mogul because you have the financial capital, you'd have um, even the human resource, you would have met a lot of big business partners. So it's a very good investment. It all depends on your budget. Okay. And also the schools. Not every school requires transcript evaluation. Some schools will tell you. In fact, some schools are there. Even if you submit transcript evaluation, they will still tell you to submit the transcript that your school, I mean, request for it to be sent directly to them by your school. So you can't tell me that the school you are going to apply for doesn't need transcript evaluation. You go ahead and evaluate. It's a waste of time. They won't use it for anything. Do you get it? Yes. So it all depends on the research you have done, what is needed, how much you have. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful insight. Yes, somebody is saying that health. Yeah, Dr. Hafizu, you can get it and you should get it. You should. If you are with us and you want to next year, you should. You are a medical doctor. You should get. If you want to do a PhD in any of, you should. You will be picked first because you have 6 years of education. It gives you a competitive advantage over those who are coming with bachelors. So don't worry. Continue to be with us and then apply yourself with a little that we're going to do here. You will be okay. So let me take Miss Dr. Edmon Obo.
Okay, so thank you so much, Moses Mariano, as you always do. Moses has been my brother like for about 15 years. Yeah, we've known ourselves ever since the time we knew ourselves. We've been friends, brothers. We are always arguing, doing a lot of things together. And when I was applying, I told you he was one of the backbones. Yeah, so I believe in him and all the training that he'll be taking you guys through. So please take heed to his advice and his mentorship. Join, subscribe, and learn more from him. I know some people will be like, oh, let me connect to Edmon. I can give you, but I'm limited. Moses is going to do more and more and more. Everything you're going to hear from me, you're going to hear more from Moses. So please go ahead, reach out to Moses and let Moses help you. But one thing that I would say is just like Jeremiah was saying, Shadrach was saying, don't give up. Go ahead, work hard. When I was applying, I used to take 559. So what I do is I do extra classes. When I was a TA, I did extra classes, got money, add to it. Before the 559 comes, the money is already squandered because I've applied to another school. I used to use Moses' Visa card. I upload money into the MTN so that I can use the number from him to do my payment. That is what I was doing. Gradually, every school, some of the schools, they are free. And I thank God, hey, hallelujah. I applied, then I'm gone. So you take advantage of the ones which are free. You apply more. You keep applying. Never give up. Keep applying. But the ones that they pay, you have to budget how much you want to spend on the schools. Like he said, if 5 you want to go concrete, 5 are the ones that I'm going to pay. Make sure that you have to look at the acceptance rate of the school. Some schools have very bad acceptance rate. Don't go for them. Go for the ones which have very good acceptance rate. Reach out to people. You have a very good mentor. If you need to do something, if your graduate coordinator has said something and you think it baffles you, you don't understand, just go ahead, talk to Moses. Moses is willing to help you. And yeah, I thank you guys for this opportunity. I mean, to share this, and I've learned a lot. I've interacted with new people. Yeah, and I look forward to. I've seen Ayesu, Emmanuel Ayesu. I've seen Lukman Ibrahim. Please, put put Lukman on the hook, please. And then
Yeah.
Ayesu, yeah, put everybody. I want them here. They also
Yeah.
have a lot to share because they also have different perspective as to when it comes to applying for schools. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much, Mr. and Dr. Edmon. Dr. Edmon, yeah, thank you for being with us. Please, if you are here, there's one thing you can do is to write thank you in the comment section. But what is the thank you if you don't follow us? If you don't follow us, it's not the best. So what I want you to do now is that I've posted our Facebook page. I want you to go and then follow our Facebook page. I've posted our Facebook page, a link to our Facebook page. It's really important to us. We want to reach out. The idea is that we'll reach out to as many as wants to what to benefit from this mentorship, but sometimes we are limited. But coming up online, we're able to meet people from Uganda, people from Kenya, people from Nigeria, and they are all joining us and benefiting instead of them going out to pay a lot of money for people. So our presence on the social media is really important, and you want to help us. When we put a video out here, comment. Do you understand? Like, follow. It will cost you nothing. You see, you can't tell me God bless me, and then in the whole God will just come out and then just, I mean, no. God that bless people through actions. So if you really mean your God bless me, you want to be acting on our video, you want to be, what do you call it, watching them and then commenting, and this is the little you can do to contribute to this project. Please, is it clear to all of us? Those of us watching here, I want us to also just cultivate this habit, and it's going to help all of us. So I'm going to end the section over here, and what I'm going to do now, one of the materials you need is to how to craft a CV. I'm just going to play the video for those who want to watch it. You can stay back and watch it, but we are done with the session. Thank you very much for attending. And those of you who attended, we have known you and we are going to check you up. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And next week, same time, we're going to meet here and then continue our discussion. We hope that by next ending of August, you will have all you need in order to excel in graduate school application. Thank you so much, and then see you in another time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You want to comment in the comment section, and then that would be a good option for us. So once you are here, you only want to watch how to do a CV, you can take your time and then watch it. Apart from that, we are done with everything here. Thank you so much. Welcome back to Study Destination. I hope you guys are doing well and you are enjoying our content. Yes, I think this is the best we can do for you, to give you the best content, not just to put out some information that are not accurate, but we want to give you the step-by-step guides. Okay, if you need anything relating to studying abroad, this is your preferred destination. Just look at the comment description or the YouTube description, and then you will get a link to our platform and we can mentor you free of charge. Today, what I want to talk to you is about your academic CV. I made a video where I explain every section what you need to put in there. Academic CV is really important when it comes to your graduate school application or your application to school abroad, okay? Because it tells a lot about you. You, in most cases, you are not there to explain yourself, okay? You have a lot of experience. How do they know? Especially if you're looking even to the PhD or if you want any form of funding, your academic CV is the one that is going to sell you out. So once you don't have a good academic CV, it means that if there comes or if there is a form of funding and they want to select and look at people who have the required skills, okay, to be awarded, then you will have a problem, okay. But once you get a good academic CV, it means that you put yourself in a level where you can compete with a lot of applicants all over the world. So having academic CV is really, really important and of course a good one. What I have realized is that a lot of people are still struggling because they need templates, they need people to help them, they need, okay, give me samples or no, you don't need those things. If you do that, you will just do something which is something generic and then you give it to the professors or you emailing professors and they are not looking into your document or not, they are not reading your profile. So please and please again, I have done something for you for this time around. Watch the other video where I've explained every section what you have to do. But this time around, what I did is to go step by step, just choosing one degree and then trying to generate it. So watch it. It's going to be more than an hour, but you after watching this, you will be able to sit down and in less than maybe 2 hours, you will come out with a very good CV and you will bring this CV for a review. Listen, it makes our work very, very easy, okay? Because you want us to help you. You need to also listen and then watch the video so that it will become very easy for you to generate something very good. Okay, I took my time to explain every section and demonstrate it. Okay, so in this case, you don't need any template. All you need is your Word document, your computer, open your Word document, and then begin to write. Once you finish listening, I bet you there is nothing that will stop you from getting a good CV. Okay, and once you bring it, we will now be able to give you a good feedback. I mean, people struggle a lot. For the past 2 years, I've been struggling. Sometimes I have to do a lot of editing. Mm, for people. And this is a relief even for me as your mentee, your mentor, because I think when I do this job, it's going to help you. And it took me a lot of time for me to do it. I mean, I've been wanting to do it, but sometimes I don't get the opportunity. I said, no, I have to do these things for you guys. So please, I want you to watch it carefully, take your time, and then write a good or draft a good CV. Once you have a good CV, you can even use as a resume, but you cannot use your resume as a CV. Okay. So please, in your CV, I don't want to see anything like profile. No, it's not important. I don't want to see anything like what we call reference. No, don't put reference there. Don't put this is not a resume. It's academic CV. So please, let's go directly and do the demonstration so that you will be able to get yourself something very, very good that will help you in your graduate school or your school application. Okay. If you really want to be part of our group, just look at the YouTube description. You can get a link to our WhatsApp platform and then you'll be mentored free of charge. Okay. So let's get in. If you really understand that you want to go, let's comment in the comment section that you are ready to go. Let me know that you are comment. It's really important to me. Yeah, comment and let me know that you are ready for the action. Okay. So now let's go. Hello. 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 Okay, so let's assume this is your document. So when you come, the first thing is your address. Everything starts with your address. with your address. Where are you coming from? You need to know where you're coming from. So you need to put in your name. You don't need to say CV. No, they know it's your CV. Okay. So CV, let's say Moses. This is my name. Okay. If you have a special title, you can add maybe MSc, or maybe if it's bachelor's, don't put it there. Maybe from doctorate or whatever, you can put it there. Maybe you can put maybe PhD, or PhD if you are a doctorate or something like that. Okay, but I'm not. So currently, I'll just leave that. And then your address. Please don't go and put in post office box or something. No, get where you are. You have a street number. So what's the street name? So move them big street, or let's say what's your house number? So 34 moving big street. Okay, then dash the city. Okay, so you say Accra, no, Accra, and then maybe the postal code. Some of you in Ghana, we have something like the GPS address. You will see it's 5 code dash another 5 code. It tells you from city, the end of the city. So you need to know where you are. Maybe yours is 3-5 or something. Yeah, you can find out. Okay, this is your GPS address, and then you say Ghana. That's a nice way to go about it. Don't go and put post office box or something. If you do that, I will ask you to go and do it. Then the next one is your contact. So maybe you have to do +233, then you put in your contact, and then maybe slash. Sometimes you can go, you want to insert it. Okay, you want to insert a symbol, so you go to home, then you come here, insert, then you go to symbol. I've already done that, so I have that one here. So maybe here, and then I have it here, and then maybe my email, example at gmail.com, and what do you call it? You can, my God, so example at gmail.com, and then you want to put this one again. Yeah. So I mean, one contact is okay. So don't say contact, telephone, and then email. They know it's already email. Okay. And then maybe those of you who have LinkedIn account, so go to your LinkedIn,